Smile. Don't catch the camera.
Not quite now.
Yay, a bunny girl.
That's what I'm writing right now.
Stick up your oh God, no.
Do the whole perk walk.
Come up here for just a second and say a few things that I think are probably better left unsaid. But I'm going to say them anyway because that's just the way I roll. First of all, we've been here now for about 7 months, and I say this from the bottom of my heart. At $4 a gallon, I really, really appreciate every single one of you for driving down here, driving up here, driving over here, driving where we are. Okay, I live 3 blocks from this place.
The oil companies appreciate it too.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So I do want to thank you very, very much for doing that, and for you know, I think the important thing to say tonight, and this is almost like a toast, and I seriously mean this, and you know, as they say, all seriousness aside, this thing could have died a couple of times, very easily, very easily when the Stagecoach changed ownership. And who decided that he'd rather have no business on Thursday night as opposed to business on Thursday night. So, you know, and then we sort of cooled our jets and cooled our heels and hung in there at Cadillac Jack's until we were able to secure this place and do a few things and get here. So I give that as a testament right off the bat to people have told me time and time again, I drive this far for a couple of reasons, but the thing that I hear a lot, I drive this far for John Locke.
Yeah.
I do this kind of thing for John Locke too. John's an amazing person, and if you don't believe me, ask him. He is quite an individual, and it's been our pleasure to have John here. And so I really, first off the bat, I want to thank you very much for doing this. This is very cool. It's a lot of fun. As the years go by with this thing, and I've been here and there and on and off since we started this nonsense, a couple of things come to my mind. You'll notice I don't play a whole lot at open mic. I really don't, and there's a couple of reasons for that. I play enough as it is. I've played music and sang and everything since I was about that big. But one thing I don't do, and one of the things I have an incredible amount of respect for everybody in this room who does, is I don't write. I don't write at all. And there's one reason I don't write. There's one big word that jumps out that I don't write. Larry Pink knows exactly the word I'm going to talk about. It's fear. I'm afraid to put down what I want to say because I don't want people to say, oh, that sucks, or that's no good, or anything like that. So I want to say right now, I have a great deal of respect for all of you who write, and to give you the opportunity to come up here and say what you have to say. Some good, some not so good. And I think that's the critical element of this room and the people in this room. And as we go along, there have been nights when that man has made me depressed just because we laugh at him because his music is so depressing. There have been nights when Larry Pennington has dropped me to the floor with what he's written, and I swear to God that's true. And you know the songs I'm talking about. There are songs that this man's written that has absolutely dropped me to the floor. There are nights when you and I both know this, and all of us have been around the block a few times, that there's a point at which you look at it, and love and friendship are like this, and you get astonished at Bob and Ralph. I mean, astonished at what Bob and Ralph come up here and do on a night. And that's 50 years. I played with a guitar player who plays in my band for 30 years, and I wouldn't trade him for all the money in the world. I wouldn't play with anybody else. But these guys have been together for 50 freaking years, practically. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Practically 50 years. And that just tells you, it's about the music, but it's about the friendship. And that's what's so cool about it. The nights when Jeff Hartley comes in here and makes me laugh till I piss my pants. The nights that Tom Harker comes in and makes me laugh till I piss my pants. And he brings Ty in, who now we have a bass here. This is like insane. It's so much fun. And I was telling John, the nights when he comes down, and he comes down way too infrequently. But if you look in a book, if you look in the dictionary under the word folk singer, you'll see Bill Cohen's picture.
Oh yeah.
Because this is so real when Bill comes in. And that's not even to say anything about the Schomburgs, who are amazing. I mean, Janet has a voice you can't buy. And John has a voice you can't stop. But I mean, they are phenomenal. And the two of them together are amazing. The two of them separately are amazing. And there have been nights when you just like to die. Now, if I can't really say this about this man because he's got this hat on made out of straw. But you know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking. Dick Plunk comes up here, deadpan as you can be, and and sings some of the most god-awful, ridiculous lyrics I've ever heard in my life in just this deadpan style and this deadpan voice. It just kills me. It is so good. But Dick Plunk is fundamentally, honestly, Dick, one of the best people I've ever met, just as a human being. Dick is just a good guy. And I really appreciate him coming. He's here every week. He's here early. And tell Ken we miss him. Ken is great. Ken is one of these guys who shows up and just does these great songs. And he has a sense of humor, and he has a point of view. And that's what's so cool about it. And then we get to like, the thing I really love about this place is you get the young people. Like Alex comes in from stupid freaking-ville. I mean, Dean Martin and Alex, the only two people I know out of Steubenville that aren't in prison. But he comes in and does this great stuff. And Alex and his friend Zach will be opening, sort of kind of, for us on October 11th. We're going to dust the girls off. We're going to put the band back together. We're going to come back out here and we're going to kick some serious ass on October 11th with the girls. So if you get a chance to come out for that, that's going to be dynamite. Anyway. Bottom line, it's so great to have Mark back, because Mark was always at the Stagecoach eating at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it seemed like, before everybody got there. But what I want to tell you guys is, as corny as this sounds, this doesn't exist in a vacuum. This doesn't exist because it just exists. This exists because of every single one of you. Every single one of you are special, and every single one of you brings something to the table. It makes it what it is. And as hard as it is for me to say, even somebody like Jack makes it what it is. I'm gonna kick his ass for not being here. So anyway, I toast to you. Raise your glasses, ladies and gentlemen, to the Expo Open Mic, to John Locke, to everybody involved. God bless you all. Let's keep this thing rolling. Let's kick some serious ass. Have a good night.